Bahala ka sa buhay mo.
Yeah.
Which,
But it's really said as, bahala ka sa buhay mo.
what did I say?
Bahala ka sa buhay mo.
Let's go to Boracay and party with everyone, okay?
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Have a Nice Day podcast with your host, Janine.
And Joshua.
So, guys, before we go ahead with the topic of the week, we just wanted to say that please like this video, subscribe to our channel. We're trying to switch things up because we're going to see if this one will affect the likes and subscribe rate of our videos.
Yeah, we really need your
y'all
support,
need
guys.
to help us.
Yes.
Yeah, we're super thankful for all of the views, all of the listens that we've had so far. This episode is episode number 32. So that means we've been doing this for 32 weeks.
I was gonna say 32 months, but yeah 32 weeks is just
weeks.
still
So
a long
20
time.
episodes to go and it'll be a year.
Yeah.
That's cray, guys.
It is indeed cray. What are you, a millennial?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, you
I'm
are
a
a
Gen
millennial,
Z.
yeah.
I am you're a millennial too.
We're both millennials.
Yeah. Well, guys, yes, like and subscribe and comment. Let us know if there are any topics that you would like us to discuss. And if you have any comments on this, because I feel like a lot of Filipinos will comment on this.
Yeah, because it's gonna be such a great episode.
As
As usual, but also press that notify button, that notification bell, so you're notified whenever we have a new podcast, which is mostly every Sunday.
Right. And follow us on Instagram at Have a Nice Day Podcast. You can send us an email at haveanicedayshow@gmail.com. Now we're done. We can start with the podcast.
Start this podcast.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is this episode about, Huri?
This episode is all about our beautiful moms.
Yes.
Because UAE is celebrating the Mother's Day tomorrow.
So as far as I'm concerned, there are three Mother's Day in the year. Two of them are in March and one of them is in May. But we'll be celebrating the one that is as per the UAE
calendar.
Because
we're
right?
here. This is where, but my mom, we always greet her twice. So I sent her flowers on the UAE Mother's Day and then I sent her flowers on the USA/Philippines Mother's Day.
Okay, so you'll be sending her flowers tomorrow?
Which is, when is that? June? Is it June? No.
May.
Yeah, because June is Father's Day.
Yeah.
May is, yeah.
Yeah.
It's always the first or second Sunday of May. Something like that.
Something, yeah. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure it is May.
And then last week, it was the UK version of the Mother's
The British.
Day. The British.
Hello, mother.
The Brits.
Hello, Nan.
They call them Mommy.
Mommy, can I have some more porridge along with the tea that you've served alongside the crumpets?
Okay.
Hello, governor.
Hello, governor.
Ew. Want to play some footy with the lads? Okay, now it's getting
Okay, guys.
out of hand. Okay.
What we're going to do, because we both have Filipino moms.
And Filipino mothers are truly a gem. And
my goodness.
And this episode is especially dedicated to all the Filipino mothers.
Mm-hmm.
And
all the mothers out there.
Yeah, exactly. All the mothers out there. And I'm pretty sure this applies to every race or every nationality of mothers. But we've taken the liberty to specifically dive into the vocabulary of Filipino mothers, because these are phrases that we're going to tell you about and explain to you, which I'm sure every Filipino child has heard from his or her parent.
Yeah. Agreed. And the special thing about this is Joshua's going to read these Filipino words.
I'm going to take on the liberty, the challenging task, if you will, of reading Tagalog today.
If you don't understand, I will just have to explain.
Yes,
after
Janine
he does
is
that.
my backup. She will be able to dissect and actually decipher what I'm trying to say. But let's get started, because this episode is going to be really funny, I feel.
It will be.
And it's going to be so relatable to everyone. So if you relate to any of these, please hit that like button whenever you have a chance, just so we know that you're able to understand what we're talking about. So the first one is Bahala Give me some. My hands are sweating. Okay.
We're already off to a great start.
I hit the ground running with that. Okay. Bahala ka sa buhay mo.
Yeah. But it's really said as, bahala ka sa buhay mo.
What did I say?
Bahala ka sa buhay mo.
Let's go to Boracay and party with everyone, okay? Bahala ka sa buhay mo.
Yes.
Yes. So, translation, Janine will take on that challenge now.
Oh, okay. Bahala ka sa buhay mo means like, how do we say it in English?
It's like do whatever you want,
do
you
whatever
little
you,
wimp.
yeah, like do whatever pleases you. And that's usually said in a negative manner. For example, like the child is very naughty and the child is not listening to his mom or her mom. The mom will be like, ay nako, bahala ka nga sa buhay mo.
Yeah, it's like do whatever you want. I've raised you in a particular way and it seems like you're sidestepping from whatever I've told you to do.
Yeah, so my mom usually says that to me up until now. It's not just when I was a kid. Up until now, so
it'll always be there until you're 100 and your Filipino mom is still there. She will still be scolding you as like you were a 5-year-old child.
Exactly. It's mostly when you try to negate her idea or negate her ways.
Exactly.
So little things from, Mom, why did you set the table this way? How about we do it this way? And if she says, no, I do it this way, and I'm like, but how about we do it this way? And she'll be like, ay nako, bahala ka na nga sa buhay mo.
Yeah, because in reality, a Filipino mom is also the head of the house.
Yeah. So in the Philippines, we have a phrase for moms and they're called ilaw ng tahanan because they're the light of the house.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're the light of our homes.
Mm.
Because they are. They're basically everything
they are.
to our homes.
They're always there when you get home. They're always there when you wake up.
When does your mom use bahala ka sa buhay mo to you?
All the time.
Yeah.
It's a standard staple in a Dice household.
I feel like in a day,
I am there.
like every day, I feel like once a day this is said. Bahala ka sa buhay mo.
Because I purposely do it because she's the cutest ever when she's angry.
Hi, tita.
Hey, mom. And then she uses that full, your full name.
Right.
She uses your full name.
Oh, no. You know you're in trouble if your mom calls you with your full name.
And I know I'm in trouble when my mom switches to Tagalog.
Oh.
Yeah. Because otherwise we always converse in English at home.
Right.
So if there's anything that I do and my mom starts in Tagalog, I'm like, whoops. Here it is. Here it comes.
And she calls you
Swallow
by your
your pride.
name.
Yeah. And she calls me by my full name and have 4 names in my name. So it's like,
that's a mouthful.
Are you done? Yeah, it is.
Yeah, if you know you're in trouble if they go that extra mile to pronounce each of the syllables in your long name.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know she's
you're
gonna
done.
kill you today.
You're done.
Yeah, I know.
Just like prepare to die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Prepare. Yeah, just prepare to expect the worst right now. But at the same time, they will tell you, okay, you've made a mistake, do whatever you want, but at the end of the day, if you make that mistake and you learn from it, your parents and your mom will always be there.
Right.
To what's that word I'm looking for?
To comfort
you, to hug you, to make sure that you're in a safe place at the end of the day.
I think Asian parents, maybe specifically Filipino parents, they usually go through the tough love type of loving.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, it's just because they want us to be resilient and strong and independent. But if ever we make a mistake, they know, and we know that they're there for us with open arms.
That's true.
We may get like, sinabi ko na nga sa'yo eh, like, I told you so from time to time, but they're there to guide us. Like even if now I'm turning 30, my mom is still here to guide me with every step of my
yeah, and I love that.
Life.
I love how inclusive a Filipino or Asian household is.
Yeah.
Like they still expect you to even live with them after you even had your own child.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah, so it's it's not like the American system where like, okay, 18, move out of the house, go to college.
Right.
No,
there's that
like
expectation.
there's that expectation. It's the nuclear family basically.
Right, but in the Philippines, it's very, very, very normal to have your own family living with your mom and your dad. So the grandparents are with you, and sometimes even the extended family, your aunt, your uncle.
Yeah.
So that's very normal.
Your mom's best friend is there. Like, why are you here again?
Why are you living with us again?
Why are there 100 people in this house?
Yeah. I think that's another episode or another topic for itself. Like living with each other, with your parents, with your spouse.
The dynamics of
and how does that work?
Asian household. Yeah.
Right. So maybe we can elaborate on that on another episode.
Yeah, but so to continue on, to journey on, the next one that we have is papunta Papunta ka pa lang, pabalik na ako.
Very good. That was good. You
I
had
had
to.
to stutter a
Yeah.
bit, but then I managed to hold on my own.
Okay, try to explain what that is.
Papunta ka pa lang, pabalik na ako. You are just going, and I came back.
Very good. Yeah.
Huh?
So it's just like, I think there are versions of these in different dialects, different languages, different countries. But the gist of it is that your parents know better than you because they've already gone through whatever you are going through.
Yeah, like they've
Basically.
experienced whatever you have,
Yeah.
and they've already been through that state and back.
Yeah. So they're there to tell us what to do to not waste our time. But sometimes we can be very stubborn and we want to learn it the hard way from ourselves. And we're like, no, you don't understand me. You know?
Yeah, and we still want to go on our own route as well.
Right. When I was younger, I would always be like, oh, here comes my mom again saying, papunta ka pa lang, pabalik na ako. And I used to hate it. I'm like, Mom, stop saying it. And now, like, growing up, I'm like, you know what? My mom was right. I could have.
It always comes back to that, though. It always comes back, like, your parents know better.
Yeah.
And especially a person like their child, they will know them inside and out.
Yeah.
And they know, like, even if I tell him not to do this, he's still going to do it. And that's also Asian households because we come from very strict parents. Like, our parents raised us very strict. And that also makes us want to act out even more.
Mm-hmm.
And with that same intuition, we are like, okay, now because they tell me not to do this, I'm going to still do it.
Exactly.
And then we end up getting hurt, or we learned a very tough lesson the hard way, like what you mentioned. So at the same time, it's like they're trying to guide us growing up, but we still want to
do it our own way.
To do it our own way, yeah.
Yeah.
Basically that, yeah.
And my mom would usually tell me, she's like, pag lumaki ka na, or like, when you grow up, you'll understand. When you become a parent, you'll understand.
Yeah.
And I'm not even a parent as of yet, but I already understand. Like my mom actually knew what was better at that point of time.
That point is so true. You know, my mom always says, Josh, you know, your kids are going to be as naughty as you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, it's not true. But then I see it firsthand now because like all my friends are now like married kids and everything. And I see how naughty their child is.
Yeah.
And like, that's because I grew up with the father and he was super naughty growing up. So I'm like, yeah, it's just passed on through his genetics.
I pray to God every single day for if we have kids in the future, for them to be not like you.
Oh no, our kids are gonna be super naughty.
Wow, that was
super naughty.
No,
like,
don't say
we
that.
need
Don't
like
claim
500 slippers to hit them, and I don't know what we're gonna do with them. We have to get handcuffs, cuff them somewhere, put a gag in their mouth so they don't cry. I don't know what you have to do.
If someone watches this, will be like, please don't give them kids because they won't be able
Report
to take
them
care
to
of them.
child services. Josh is not fit to be a dad.
Yeah, but that's how it is. By the way, in an Asian household, when I was younger, it's expected that if you do something, like you get pinched, you get the chinelas, you get the walis tambo or the walis ting ting or the belt. Oh no, the belt, that's cray cray.
You know, that's so true because in our house, we all used to walk barefoot, but there were so many slippers. That was only the sole purpose of those slippers was for hitting us. We had a walis, but we had a vacuum. So that walis had a sole purpose of just hitting us. We had a belt, but we all used to wear shorts and had a
shoestring.
I don't know what they had.
I think in Mexico culture, it's called chanclas.
Okay.
The same. So they have those like slides or the slippers that the moms would just throw away.
And had precise aims.
I know.
With a lot
They're
of precision
so good,
they used to
right?
hit us. Yeah.
And it's sometimes it's just with anything that they get their hands on.
So true.
Like a pillow, like God forbid there's something really hard and painful next to her.
Janine's house is full of unicorns and that horn can instantly like pierce someone's skin. So we're gonna get rid of all of those.
Especially when we get kids in the future.
For sure.
Okay, let's move on to the next.
Okay, so this one is something that I hear as well in my household a lot, especially I'm sure, and a lot of all of us growing up. It's saan ka na pupunta? No, saan ka na naman pupunta?
Good. You always have to take a second try with these.
No, it'll get better.
Josh always says that he's fluent in Tagalog.
I'm fluent in Tagalog, but reading it is a different story for me.
Okay.
Completely different.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you translate it then.
Okay, saan ka na naman? Where are you going now again?
Okay, good job.
Yeah.
Where are you going again?
Yeah,
As
where are
if
you going
like,
again?
but you know that this is so true. When I was younger, for example, like I would have to space out my asking of permission. I can't be asking for permission this week and next week and then the week after again,
Mm.
because my mom would ask me like, "You just went out last week. You just went out 2 weeks ago. You just asked for permission a week ago." And I'm like, "But can't I just be with my friends every week? Isn't that the point of having a weekend?"
Is that the point of having friends?
Exactly.
No, but I found a workaround during that to
What?
do that.
What?
Okay, so it's called the foot in the door theory. I don't know if you ever heard of it.
No.
So it's like, Mom, I'm gonna sleep over Kevin's house tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, no, why? Then I'm like, okay, can I at least hang out with him throughout the day? She's like, okay. So it's like that. It's like, Mom, can I have $50? But in reality, you want 20. She's like, no. I'm like, can I at least have 20? She's like, okay, fine.
Oh, you're smart. You're a smart
So that's what I used to
child.
do a lot growing up.
Okay,
Because
now I know why you're naughty.
yeah, and the funny part is that they always want you to be home as well.
Yeah.
But when you're at home, you don't even interact with them. Like you're in your own room, you're
Mhm.
listening to your music, you're reading a book.
Mm-hmm.
But I think they just like the idea that you're there with them in the house, safe and sound. That
Yeah,
your presence is really valued.
Yeah, it just gives them an assurance as well that my child is safe.
Yeah.
You know, because when your child is outside, you don't know whether they're really sleeping over Kevin's house or someone else.
Yeah.
You know, I was never allowed to sleep over even when I was in high school, so I never really experienced that because, you know, I really grew up with strict parents. My dad was really very strict, and I used to resent that a lot when I was young. But growing up and being able to not go through those tough teenage moments where, you know, some of my classmates when I was younger got pregnant very early or
Mm.
had, you know, very serious problems when you were younger. So I'm a little bit thankful that my parents were strict enough to protect me from that sort of environment,
Yeah.
I must say. Yeah. But I hated it so much when I was younger. I didn't understand.
It also comes down to like because in your teens is when you do like extreme experimenting. So that's when like
Yeah.
nicotine and alcohol and all these things, and especially with the peer pressure going on.
Mm.
So you have to like make your peers happy and like try to do all of these things back then. And I think that's why they try to keep you in as long as they can during your teenage years, because like what you said in the last point, pupunta ka pa lang, pabalik na ako. So they
Yeah.
know that in my teens I did this, I was doing all these things, and I don't want that to happen to my children. So at the same time, it carries on to why they're trying to keep you in at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I would say, like, maybe for parents, just be careful with how strict you are and perhaps explain to them. Because if you just leave it at that and just be strict, your children might rebel.
Mm.
And that's what you don't want. Like, for them not to trust you with your ways.
Yeah.
Right?
Because they're gonna find creative ways to still
Oh,
get what they want.
They will.
Yeah.
Children, teenagers are very creative.
Super.
They know what to do, what to say, how to get to you, and all that.
Mm.
I wanted to add to saan ka na naman pupunta, because if you're late, so let's say saan ka na naman pupunta, your mom was able to.
If you have the fortunate event of going
Yeah,
out.
she allowed you to go out. Okay, you're out. But if you're late, she calls you. Okay, she calls you and she says,
Oh, she says, where? Sorry.
this one.
This one?
Yeah.
Hinahanap ka ng tatay mo.
Yeah, see? Fluent Tagalog, guys. Fluent. Say it again.
Hinahanap ka ng wait. Hinahanap ka na ng tatay mo.
Hinahanap ka na.
Hinahanap ka na ng tatay mo.
And it means?
Your dad is looking for you.
Why is it always the dad is looking for? Like, if my dad is really looking for me, then put him on the phone. Put him on the phone.
It's like the TikTok, you know? Oh, my dad is looking for me. Put him on the phone. When that music comes in.
But yeah, if my dad called me, I would like pee my pants because he's very, very strict. So usually it's my mom first. That means like that's the first warning. Like, you have to come
She's
home
the
now.
gatekeeper.
Yeah. She's like, and it's always like in a hushed voice. Hinahanap ka na ng tatay mo. Nasaan ka na? Like, where are you? And I'm like, why are we whispering again? She's like, because I'm here in the room. I don't want him to hear you. I don't want him to hear me talking to you. And you're like, okay, I'm coming home. And then, if you don't come home, what happens?
Stretch.
If you're super, super late.
If it's past the wee hours of the morning, you're gonna
Yes.
hear, "Wag ka nang uuwi dito."
What does that mean?
It's like, don't even try to come home.
That's it. You're homeless.
Is it you're homeless? When you come home, your stuff is outside the door. Please find another place to live because you've disobeyed me and I don't have any of this. And please try to find life outside this household.
When you hear that, you know you're screwed.
Oh, you know it. Yeah.
Like, huwag ka nang uuwi dito. Don't
Yeah.
you ever come home. Which child or teenager would like to hear that from their parents?
And immediately they like zip home. Though.
Yeah.
That's the final, like,
Yeah.
I pissed
So
off my mom
ironic.
enough.
So ironic. Don't come home anymore. Okay. You start running home.
It's reverse psychology and it's best practice, you know. But you know what? For I don't know if you've experienced this, but those days that you do come home late, like let's say 3 or 4 in the morning.
I never came home at
Oh,
3
no?
a.m. No, I'm not allowed to. I would die.
Okay, there are days that I've stayed out till that time, and I come home and my mom is awake waiting for me. Yeah. And then
Is this the scenario where it's dark and you try to sneak in your door and you switch on the light?
No. She's sitting on the chair and then she turns on the light. Like, hello, Joshua.
Didn't
Glad
I
you
say
could make
not
it
to come home?
today.
Didn't I say not to come home anymore, son?
And here I see you standing in front of me.
At 3:21 a.m.
Man, my mom was so precise. Like she would know the moment I'm about to come home.
Goodness.
In those days that even if I tell her I'm coming home late, she's like, "Don't go to sleep without kissing me," or like.
You know what? Now that I'm looking back, my mom would never sleep unless I'm home. She would never sleep. She would pretend she's asleep, but she'll just be on her phone, like being very, very nervous about me. I don't know. I think moms are like that. You know, they don't want to sleep unless they know that all of their little chickies are in their hen, in their coop.
Yeah, in their coop.
In their coop. Wow, my English. In their hen. That's the hen. The mom's the hen, Janine.
Unless you're inside backer.
Or yeah, this keeps everyone warm. Yeah, I think that's how moms are. They just want to know where their children are.
That's true as well. But you know what?
Care to share?
You know another thing about Filipino moms? I just realized because you said they're on their phone. They're always playing Farmville or something. And you know how they play? They have their phone and they have that cover. And so it's like half cover and like their glasses.
Yes.
And one index finger like playing games.
And it's like 11 feet away from their face. Like, how much further can the phone be away from you?
And they're playing whatever games. I don't know what games they play. Farmville is one.
My mom always plays like Scrabble or
Scrabble,
something
yes.
like that.
Always some word game. And they're playing. And then they ask you to finish it.
Yes.
I'm like, Mom, I don't have time for this
If their
crap.
opponent like picked out a really good word, Janine, what can I put here?
How do I one-up this person right now?
I love our moms.
Oh
They're the
man,
best.
moms are truly gems.
Okay, on to the next.
Okay, so we have another one. Mata kasi ang gamitan sa paghahanap, wag bibig.
You have to say that again. There's something wrong with what you said.
Mata kasi ang gamitan sa paghahanap, wag bibig.
Guys, again, fluent in Tagalog. Okay, I'm just gonna repeat what he said.
Okay, we'll say it at the same time, okay?
Okay. Mata kasi ang ginaganap. Again. Mata kasi ang gamitin sa paghahanap, huwag bibig.
It's exactly
No,
what I said.
it's not what you said. Mata kasi ang gamitin sa paghahanap, huwag bibig.
Okay. Mata kasi ang gamitin sa papahanap, huwag bibig.
Papahanap, it's paghahanap.
Paghahanap,
Looking.
huwag bibig.
Okay, we've said that like 10 times now. Are we okay?
Yes, we're okay.
What does it mean?
Stop looking with your mouth, look with your eyes.
Yes, like
Yeah.
look with your eyes, not your mouth.
Yeah.
So usually mothers would say this if you ask them for something. First of all, why do we always go to our moms for anything? Mom, where are my blank, blank, blank? Mom, where is my blank?
No, because they're next.
Okay. Are you dead?
Their next line of duty as a mother is also housekeeping.
Right.
So they know where everything is at any given time.
Yeah.
And I don't know, this has happened to me countless times already. Like I misplaced my keys, misplaced my wallet. And I would go to her and she's like, Mom, I lost my wallet or I lost my keys. She's like, first thing, did you check the last place where you kept it? I'm like, oh, if it was there, then I wouldn't come to you. Then she goes to the exact same place and it's there. Like some part of me thinks it's in her pocket and she just puts it there. So I'm always like, oh, what's that? Like I'm always
Wrong?
not wrong, but like I'm always in need of her.
Mm.
Yeah, so she like keeps it. I'm like, okay, so see, Josh, what will you do without me?
Oh,
So
yeah.
I need to be
Oh my
around
gosh,
you
they say
whole
this
time.
all the time.
Yeah,
What will you do without me? And
Like-
that's so true though.
that is very
like
true.
me living alone now without my mom, like I can't.
Yeah,
I need my mom at all times.
I know.
Like, and I know what I can't do without her.
Yeah,
You know.
and you're always constantly talking to her through WhatsApp.
Always.
and- yeah.
Always. I'm like, Ma, how can I do this? Ma.
Mom,
how
is
can I
this
do
pants colored or
you
white?
you call your mom, right?
Yeah.
We call my mom the Filipino way, like ma,
Mm.
ma. So at home, when she has her 3 kids, I'm excluding like Gianna because Gianna calls her teta. But imagine like 3 kids, 1 grandchild, a husband, and her mom, my lola, my grandmother is at home, and we're all like, ma. She's probably like, I hate my life.
She just gets out her Scrabble and she's like,
She's
what
like,
am I doing?
What am I doing? So I always ask her like, Ma, where did I put this? Ma, have you seen my wallet? And she's like, can you stop using your lips for looking? Look with your eyes. And then I start looking around. And then I ask her, Ma, where it is? And most of the time when it's right in front of me or like when she sees it and it's like I'm very close to it, she would tell me, what is it? She would tell me, if sorry, Tagalog.
Go,
Kung
go.
ahas yan, tinuka ka na.
Yeah.
That means if that was a snake, you've
would
already
bite.
been bitten.
Bitten.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bitten. You've
Biting.
already been
She'll bite you.
bitten. Yeah. So that's another saying that Filipino moms would say. If ahas yan, tinuka ka na.
Yeah, so you're like, oh, I'm getting warmer.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, where it is, I am warmer.
And especially with like your valuable belongings, like if you just put it on the table, like Josh, your phone is there because you're gonna ask me later where it's gonna be. Like yes,
She's
Mom,
already
thank
giving you a heads up.
She's already predicting the future, and it's already scary. I'm like,
But that's funny. Moms just know everything.
they know everything. Yeah.
They know
Mothers
the past.
know best, really.
What's happening right now, the present and the future.
Yeah,
They know everything.
seriously, can't
Moms
complain. Yeah,
have a superpower of
they have
some
a
sort.
6, 7, 8 sense.
Yeah,
if you will.
exactly. Because they're always connected to us in whatever way, right?
Yeah.
Because they give birth to us essentially. So
Exactly, they have some form of genetic code inside us as well, and it's like another second person that they
right,
given
that's
to
running
the world out
around
of the uterus, and
from
then,
them.
yeah.
Okay, we have a last one.
We have the last one. It's called not called stating. Close the aircon or lalabas yung aircon or open the light. This is Janine's favorite one. I don't know why.
Because when I was younger, Janine, open the light. Janine, close the light. Okay. How do I open the light?
Especially
So
with
I
Diva
always
prices
thought
here,
I
yeah?
always thought that was how you say it, not switch off the light
Yeah,
or
yeah,
turn
yeah.
on the light.
On the light, huh?
Yeah. It's always like open the light. Open the light. You have to open it. So do I have to like remove the bulbs or something? So that's how I always thought it was. Until I like, grew older and started reading English books and seeing these American movies or TV shows, and no one said open the light.
Yeah, like what grammar is my
It's
mom using?
always switch on the light. I'm like, Mom. But I love it. And this other one, close the aircon.
Because they're so paranoid about diva bills, especially in the UAE. And like even if my mom was like, Josh, you're here, yeah? Then she's like, yeah, like then who's in your room? I'm like, no one. She's like, then why is the light on? Okay, mom,
Close the light.
Close the light.
But this one is funny when they say lalabas yung aircon. Do you know what that means?
Yeah, like take out the aircon.
No.
No?
You don't know what it means? So for example, you're in the Philippines, right? And you have the door open of the room.
Oh, the air.
And the aircon is switched on. they will get so mad
If the
because
door is open,
they'll be
yeah.
like, isarado mo yung pinto, means close the door, or else lalabas yung aircon. Or else the aircon will float outside, or
Okay,
like
now,
it
yeah.
will flow outside. You have to keep the room cold.
Yeah.
Because
Keep it secluded.
again, air conditioning in the Philippines is not, well, now probably it's the norm to have. But back in the day, no one had aircon or air conditioning in their house.
It was
or
a
their
luxury
rooms.
back then. Like, I remember when we got an air conditioner,
Right.
like, everyone was like, wow, you have an air conditioner at home? Because I remember, like, the first time I ever went to the Philippines, not the first time, maybe, like, as I was growing up, when I was around 8 years old, we didn't have an air conditioner. We had those floor fans.
Yeah.
But not even a ceiling fan, like the one that is a fan stand.
Right. The
And
one
then-
with the stand.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then when we came again after that, we had an air conditioner, and everyone was like, wow, you purchased an air conditioner.
And everyone was huddled up in the room.
yeah, like
everyone.
9 people in one room, because
Yep.
that's only one room that has an air conditioner.
Everyone will nap there. Everyone will stay there. Especially, what is it? Like May, April, May? May would be like one of the hottest months in
Yeah.
the Philippines.
Because it's tropical climate, yeah, so it can get really hot and humid as well.
Yeah.
and
It's not just the heat, it's the humidity.
Yeah.
So without an air conditioning, like you would take a shower and literally right after your shower, you're already sweating.
Yeah, as you're wiping, you're already sweating.
Already
You
sweating.
know, that's another thing why Philippine malls are flooded with people, because of the free air conditioning.
Right.
Yeah,
'Cause
they
it's-
don't do anything there. They sit in the food court and they have their own baon.
Right, yeah. They use the table.
And then-
Fresco eh. Fresco. Fresco means because it's like, it's fresh. It's like the breeze.
yeah. But yeah, the Philippine moms, I don't know, man.
I love them so much.
I love their clapbacks.
Yeah, they are so funny.
So unique.
They are tiny but feisty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they don't age.
They
No,
don't.
they don't age until a certain age, and then suddenly at that age, like, zip.
Really?
I've noticed that in Philippine moms, like, they will look at, like, okay to, like, 70, but, like, starting, like, 75, they'll look old immediately,
Yeah, but
overnight.
because 75 is old.
Yeah, but my mom's, like, 60-something.
Yeah, your mom looks like a 50-year-old.
My mom looks younger. My mom
Yeah,
looks
she doesn't
30
even
older.
look like she's in her 60s.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's the Asian child genetic.
The Asian genes.
Yeah.
Like, even my mom, when I look at her face, she doesn't have wrinkles. And I'm like, Mom, how do you don't have any wrinkles and I have wrinkles on my face?
Mm,
I'm your daughter.
Yeah.
I'm about to turn 30. You're about to turn 60. And you don't have wrinkles on your face. Life isn't fair.
And they exercise more than us as well.
Yeah.
They always make time to walk. At the same time, the dinner's ready. Then they wash the dishes. They do all
Yeah.
these things.
So I guess like their standing time and their walking step, like just within the house.
Oh, billions.
I never see my mom, like, not never, but she usually doesn't just sit around. She's
Mm.
always like standing in the kitchen. The kitchen's her turf. She's there at all times, cleaning, going in her garden, like tinkering on something
Mm.
all the time.
Always doing something, yeah. But they enjoy their nap times, though.
Yeah.
They love their nap times.
My mom doesn't nap though. Does she nap? Very rarely. My mom doesn't really nap, but she takes her time to sleep
Mhm.
properly. Yeah.
And once they reach that age as well, it's like Korean drama galore. They just watch and they're glued to the TV watching Korean novellas.
My mom is more of any movie or whatever my Lola is watching.
Okay.
Because she wouldn't have a choice.
Okay.
Or whatever Gianna wants to watch on the
Mhm.
television. So it's
She's-
either kids movies or Cardo by my Lola. What is it called? Ang Provinciano. Filipinos would know that.
Mm.
I don't watch it, but it's very, very famous.
Yeah, but
It's
it's
been
like
around for like almost 10 years now.
the same TV show.
The same TV show.
That's so
Not 10
popular.
years, but probably like 5.
Mm.
Yeah.
Like Bold and the Beautiful.
Yeah, something like that. Like it's like he's had many encounters with different bad guys.
Died 6 times.
He
and
had
still-
he married someone and now apparently she's dead. My Lola was just telling me over the weekend. I'm like, Lola, what happened to Cardo? She's like, ay nako, si Aliana namatay na. Et siya yung binibintang. I'm like, whoa, okay. You know what binibintang means?
It's like
He's being
you
accused
yeah.
of killing
Yeah,
his
yeah,
wife.
yeah.
I'm like, wow, drama. Filipino drama for you. Just like
They have
telenovelas.
the worst drama shows.
No, but I mean, that wouldn't run for like how many years
No, that
already
is true.
if it wasn't good.
They have a target audience. So
it's the lolas.
Yeah, it's the lolas.
It was just at home.
Lolas sitting on
to
the rocking
everything.
chair just watching. And they have,
Ticardo.
and the one thing, they have super handsome actors and
Yeah.
actresses.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, but the worst actors, but very good looking.
No, come on. I would say some of them are really good.
Some are good, but every
Yeah.
time I've seen a TV show or a movie, their acting is like subpar, very subpar.
Really now.
Yeah.
Okay.
You see my acting, guys. Just follow Janine on TikTok and you'll see.
If you want subpar acting, you'll know. You'll know what that means.
You'll never know when you're viewing the likes of me.
Profesor. Someone said, guys, now you tell me, comment below if you think Joshua looks or resembles El Profesor from the Money
Give me
Heist
glasses.
or Casa de Papel.
Let's give them
There you go.
Because I do have a sort of neck beard as well.
Does he look like El Profesor to you?
Today, guys, we're robbing the royal.
Imagine
Bank of
he had
Spain.
like longer hair, a little bit longer.
And a thicker neck beard.
Yeah.
Because he has a
Scruffier.
full-on,
Yeah,
neck beard.
scruffier, yeah.
Yeah.
So someone commented on my TikTok saying, El Profesor? Question mark. Apostrophe, like exclamation point. And I'm like, wait, do you mean from Casa de Papel or like Money Heist? And she says, yes. And I'm like, and then I put two and two together. I look at El Profesor from Google and I look at Josh and I'm like, now I see the resemblance. I think El Profesor is hot with his mind.
And my mind is also pretty hot.
Okay,
It's very
then you want to
attractive.
close off the show? Because I
Yeah.
think we're done.
Yeah.
Happy
So,
Mother's Day
Happy Mother's Day
to
to
all
everyone.
our moms.
Thank you for viewing us. And if you also want to experience the audio podcast, you can always find us on Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Spotify, or wherever you listen to your podcasts from. And also give us a good rating, guys. I hope you can really relate to this episode because Janine and I had such a fun time planning this episode.
Yeah, and writing it, we were really very excited for this because this is out of our experience. Oh, and before we close the show, I just wanted to greet my Lola. My Lola usually watches our podcast on YouTube.
Oh, she
She's
wanted
like
a
her
shout
number
out?
one fan, and
Aw.
I told her in my next podcast I'll give her a shout out. So shout out to my Lola. I love you, Lola.
Salamat po, Lola. Mahal kita.
Ooh, that's his fluent Tagalog.
Yeah, see, I told you, my yung Tagalog ko ang galing sa reading. Mas galing sa reading ko.
What did you say?
Yung speaking Tagalog ko ang mas galing sa reading sa Tagalog. So many sa's.
all of the Tagalog speaking Filipinos will start laughing at what you just said.
No, they'll understand.
Okay,
right?
lastly, can you close off the show in Tagalog?
Okay. Salamat sa lahat. Kung gusto mo how you say listen? Kung gusto mo mag-listen yung podcast, meron dito sa Apple Podcast, tapos sa Google Podcast, tapos sa Spotify kung gusto mo. Tapos bigyan ako, tapos si Janine, ang galing review sa Apple Podcast. And salamat sa lahat kasi we love you. Mahal kita.
Namin kayo.
Mahal namin
Kita
kayo.
is just to one person. Mahal namin kayo. It means we both of us, we love you guys.
everyone.
Yeah, we love
Yes.
everyone. Yeah.
So yeah, you're putting me on so much pressure. Otherwise, it'll be like
He
rock.
says this all the time, guys. We've known each other for almost a year now. I've never heard him say something in perfect fluent Tagalog.
It has to be conversational, not me talking to a camera.
Okay, we'll do that for the next episode then.
Yeah, well, we can do a challenge or something.
Right, okay.
So on that note, guys,
Have a nice day! Mahal namin kayo!
gusto ko ikaw as a friend.